now it's the turn of Mrs. Swapna Shom. Swapna Shom is a very popular educator and the school principal for some 30 years. She holds an MSc degree, MPhil degree in geography, and she is the city coordinator for NTA, district training coordinator for CBSE. So obviously, she is the CBSE resource person, very passionate about the education. She develops innovative methods to enhance student engagement in the classroom teaching learning, and she collaborates with the state government on national education policy implementation. And beyond all these things, she is deeply committed to social work, supporting underprivileged communities, especially orphan girls. So her dedication to both education and social welfare has made her a significant personality in the field of education, and she is serving the society and stakeholders in the best of her capacity. So, Mrs. Swapna Shom will tell us about the teen parenting. And it's very difficult to deal with teens, and she dealing with the teens. So, uh, Swapna Shom will tell us about teen parenting. Ma'am, the stage is all set for you.
Thank you so much. Namaskar and good evening and happy Holi to all of you on the other side of the screen, especially our AK Sharma sir. Thank you so much for providing me this platform so that I can communicate and pass my feelings. And I'm sure that most of the participants, those who have joined this session today, either they are parent of teen, or they have crossed parenting the teens, or they are yet to parent the teen, and there is no difference between parent and teachers, because parents are at home and teachers are just like a parent at school. And when we deal with the children in the school of this vulnerable age group, so we also need to think like a parent. We all should think like a parent, because they are with us for a long duration. I'm sure that most of you will agree with me. They are with us for a long duration, and we need to provide them all kind of support. These days, why we are talking about teen parenting, because we were also teens at the time. Our parents were not much concerned. They were joint families, and so many brothers and sister, and all the time the house is full of people, relatives, friends, and mother is always busy in serving the guest, father busy with his work. So that time there was not much talk about how to deal with the teens and how to do the parenting and all. But this, at present, this is a real concern. It is a real concern. And the reason, what I feel is that the first reason is that single child. Most of the houses, there is a single child. Both the parents are busy in their own busy life. Earn, they need to earn. We are talking about these days, we are talking about gender equality, where we cannot allow our girls also that they will stay at home and they will be looking after the children. They need to come out, and they need also to go hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder with the male partners. And I believe in that. And but in all this, in among all this, and most another thing is that our children are more exposed they are more exposed towards various issues, and they are there in the social media platform, either as a participant or as a viewer. Most of the children are very much active in the social media, and they are having various kinds of gadgets also in their hand, and all these have led to a situation where we need to where we should now at present start thinking, very high time that we need to start thinking that in such a situation what should we do, and what are the problems and issues that they are facing, because in our busy schedule sometimes we forget that what is going on among them and how they are dealing with them. Sometimes they are neglected, sometimes they are pampered, sometimes they are overcared, overprotected, and sometimes they are not been taken granted in many of the instances. So all this situation I think have led that we have to think about teen parenting as a major issue these days, because when you are teaching a child in the classroom, what you want to transfer the knowledge that you are having to the child. Why you want to transfer the knowledge? So that the child will become, whatever knowledge you are giving to the child will be capable of implementing it in the real life situation and will become successful. Successful means become a successful human being, or become a successful earning member of the family, because at the end of the day that we want that our child should be successful. That means he should be able to earn and get a good job and lead an independent life and all this. But how you will transfer the knowledge? If the child is not in the classroom, then how you will transfer the knowledge? The child is physically in the classroom, but he is not in the classroom, then how you will transfer the knowledge? Now, these are the problems that we are every day facing inside the class. 50 or 45 to 50 children are sitting in the class. You will find that most of the children, they might be looking at you, but they are not there. Why they are not there? What is going on inside them? So, every educator, as I was saying, that every educator also has to think about it. It's not only about the parents, it's also about the teacher as a parents inside the classroom. So, thank you once again, sir, that you have given me such a wonderful topic. And I hope the participants will be able to know something about it. I have done a little bit of study on teen parenting, and I myself have completed teen parenting. My daughter has completed her teenage. Now she is 20. She has completed 19 and she's 20. So, many of the experiences that I am also having, because single child, the same kind of problems and issues that most of the parents are facing these days. But how we should deal with it, most of us, we don't know. Because it is found that at present, that maximum, successful parents are very few. I will not say that I'm a very successful parent, but maybe there are some successful parents. But most of the cases that we see inside the school, when the parents are coming to us and when we are dealing with the children of the teenage group, then we find that there are a lot more things a parent should understand and do the needful. So here, those who are all are the stakeholders and educators in this session. So, like Preeti ma'am she has taken a session of emotional intelligence. So teenage is also dealing with the teenage is also nothing but working with the emotion of the parents, emotion of the children, emotion of the teenagers, emotion of the society, emotion and everything that we are seeing around us. So I'll just share my PPT and let us have a session on it. Give me a minute. Let me share my PPT. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Now, who are these teenagers? Age group 13 to 19. We all know it. What are the changes? What are the maximum changes that takes place at that time? Physical changes. Physically, they start growing. Lot of changes in their features. They grow. Lot of development take place. Girls, they grow in a different way. Boys, they grow in a different way. Now, these physical changes that takes place inside in their body, sometimes it happens that they themselves are not able to accept it. They don't understand. They start hiding. Sometimes the parents are also ignorant that when this kind of change, especially I'm talking about the girls that I see among the teenage, that the changes that take place in their body, along with that changes, there should be some changes in their clothing. So sometimes if we find that the parents are ignorant and they don't, make the child understand, particularly mothers, they have to look after it in a very sensitive way. That along with this physical change, what kind of clothing should be there? That will make the child confident. We find that in the teenage, that because of the menstrual cycle, because of the development in their physical features in their body, the child who were the girls who were very much exposed towards games and sports or various kind of physical activities, they stop doing it. Why they stop? Because they themselves don't know that what is going on in them. So here the parents have to play a very important role, and they have to tell the child it is nothing but it's not natural. This is the natural changes that is taking place in their physical features, and they have to accept it, and they must accept it wholeheartedly, and this change will not stop them from chasing their dream. That is very important, that this physical change, along with the physical change, you can do everything that you want to do in your life. Hormonal changes also takes place. There we have to, there is a strong uh, motivation, along with counseling is required. And who can do it first? The first responder should be the parent. Both parent, it's not that only mother, it's along with the father. They have to deal with the because that hormonal changes and physical changes further leads to maximum change in their mental state. Some becomes introvert, some becomes stubborn, and some wants to hide themselves, some don't want to come out, some teenagers we have seen that they don't even want to talk with others, and some become arrogant, because this is what is taking place inside them. This is the most I will rather say awkward growth stage of human life. And if we are dealing with them in the right way, then we are sure that we will be getting a wonderful citizen for the future of our country, because this is the stage when we are not showing them the right track. This is the stage when we are not giving them the proper guide. This is the stage when we are unable to deal with them emotionally, or understanding their mental state of mind. Then the future of the country will be really alarming, because they are the future citizen of the country. And this is the time when there are a lot of changes in the system of education. There are a lot of expectation that starts when the child goes to class 6, when the child goes to class 8, when the child goes to gives his class 10th board exam, when the child need to decide that what he or she is going to do in their future, what stream the child is going to choose. So when these all the major decisions of the life the child is supposed to take, and along with the physical, mental and hormonal changes that is taking place inside them. So we need to think about them. Sometimes we simply blame that why it is happening, or if she can do, why not he? If he can do, why not she? All different children are different in their way. They, everyone is capable, everyone is having tremendous potentiality, but only thing is that we need to deal with them very tactfully, in a very planned manner. Now you can see this video, you will understand that what is going on in them.
हम टीनेजर्स हैं। अगर बच्चों के साथ खेलते हुए पकड़े गए तो लोग कहते हैं इतने बड़े हो गए हो, क्या बच्चों के साथ खेल रहे हो। और अगर बड़ों की बातें सुन ली तो ये कहते हैं कि इतने भी बड़े नहीं हो गए कि हमारे साथ बात कर सको, आखिर हम करें तो करें क्या।
I hope that maybe most of you have already seen the video, but it is really very interesting that this is the most confused stage of life, and we are there. We are the people, those who are confusing them. Neither they are child nor they are young adults. Now they are in between. So for every purpose, we are telling them that don't do this, don't do that. Why you are doing this? Now you are grown up. Now you are not grown up enough. All these issues are coming up, and this is very common thing that we see among the parents. Authoritarian parents are there. What they say? If anything, they want to impose their own decisions. Now, this kind of words are very common. Maybe as a parent, you all are using, or maybe you are seeing that the parents, most of the parents are using this kind of words these days, because I say it so. Because I am parent. After all, I have seen the world more than you. And after all, I'm much wiser than you. I understand better than you. So the decision what I am going to take is very important and is the right one. And what I am deciding for you in the future is also the right one. Whatever I want to see you successful, so I'm taking this decision. If you are not listening to your parents, you will never be successful. These kinds of words we see that which are very common among the parents, those who are continuously using these kinds of words. Now I will show you one more video. Just see it. This is also happening in many of the houses, where particularly the mothers are busy with her own career. Isn't it not there in the metro cities, where both the parents are busy, where mother is busy in her own career, dealing with her office and house at a time? Sometimes it happens that unknowingly we start behaving in this way, and how it is affecting our teen, sometimes we ourselves are clueless. We don't understand that this kind of statement, where the child requires extra attention, but we are unable to provide extra attention to the child. This is the stage when child needs extra attention. Your time is important. Your physical presence is important. Only few minutes of soft touch is important. Here we know that the teenagers, as I have said, they are clueless. They are clueless about their own physical changes, their emotional changes, and the intellectual changes. But expectations, they are facing a lot. A lot of expectations are there with them, from them. They are just like a soft clay face where anything and anyone can impress them, that we have to be very careful about and start imitating the same in their routine. Teenagers are on a self discovery path. They are looking for their own identity because they themselves, as I said, that they are confused. They don't know whether they are a child, whether they have become adult, what decision, whether they should take the decision or the decision should be taken by their parents. What are their likes? What are their dislikes? All this, and then we all put our own expectations. We start comparing the child with others. Most of the houses, it is very common. The parents, I have seen, there are many instances. Even I was taking a mental and health and wellness session in our school with the class 9 girls, and I become stunned to see that the so many questions were coming from them after the session was over. So many questions, and which showed that a girl has asked that I am not much interested in any of the co-curricular activities. I don't like dancing, music, singing and all, but I love to read. So I'm good in academics. I think that I will do well in academics, but continuously my parents are comparing me that why I am not becoming best of the best, because I'm not having extra prizes in the co-curricular activities. So they are having expectations. Some parents are having expectations that why you are not doing well in the academics. Some parents are saying that why you cannot make a balance, why you don't sing, why you are not going for any other activities, any instrumental or anything, or you can perform well and do programs when there is any annual cultural program. That's kind of questions the girls were asking to me. And one girl has even asked that my parents are too much authoritarian. They wanted me that whatever they decide, they want me to do that. I want to study arts, I want to study psychology, I want to pursue my career in psychology, but my parents are pressurizing me to take up medicine. So these kinds of questions were there, and this is very, very common in every house. Every house. I will say that each and every house, and particularly in the metro cities, and particularly in the school, private school like ours, where maximum children are coming from the middle class and upper middle class society. Because this is middle class and upper middle class society, they are having their own way of crisis. The parents are having their own crises, and which they want to impose on the children as well. So they feel insecure. There is a peer pressure, there is a social and parental pressure. So much of pressures are coming to them, and it is really tough for they themselves to handle them, as well as a teacher and as a parent. It is also very difficult to handle the team from our end also. This is why I said that they need extra attention, and we always should give extra time. This is the problems most of us you are seeing. See, when you call a parent and then you ask the parent that your child struggles with attention, parents are ignorant. They don't even know. They said that what does that mean? Now imagine that the parents, many of the parents are really ignorant. They compare the present child with their own teenage time. We can never compare. When, as I said, there the time was different. We were less exposed. We were not having any other kind of thinking, and the most important thing that we were having lot of siblings, and whatever feeling was there, we can share with our own siblings. But these days parents are busy and the child is lonely. You can understand, see that the age of social media and the corporate jobs, if both the parents are working in a corporate world, you can understand that situation will be like this. You can see the father is also busy in laptop, mother is also busy in laptop. They are doing their own official work, or they are doing the new culture of work from home, and how the child is lonely. We ignore them, and the mother is also busy in the social media, father is also busy in the social media. They don't know what the child is eating, what the child is feeling, what is going on inside the child. And sometimes there is a comparison. The child needs attention, and to attract attention they start doing such kind of activities. Sometimes we see that the child is hyperactive inside the classroom, hyperactive. So if you will find the background, you will find that the child, how lonely the child is. Now he or she will try to do each and everything, every nuisance, everything, so that he or she will get the attention. Attention of whom? Attention of everyone. Attention of the peers, attention of the teacher, attention of the society, attention of their parents itself. For they will try to seek attention of everyone. That is what is going on at present in the society. Now, when they will grow up, either they will become too much extrovert at the later end of the teens, or they will become introvert. They will create their own world. They will have their own imaginary world. They will not be able to mix up with others. They will not be able to, take up extra work, or they will not be able to mix up in the society, because that is also very important. Leading a lonely life, feeling isolated. So that will all definitely suppress the quality the child is already having. As I said, that each and every child is having immense potentiality. The only thing is required is the right environment where the child will be able to grow and develop and take out the potentiality and do wonders, or the child will be extrovert, coming up with, you can see that there are number of extrovert children. They go to such a high level of thinking that sometimes we feel that from where they have learnt all this. So there are actually at present that everything the parents are teaching, or everything they are seeing at the home, they're seeing at the school, or experiencing in school and home, is not essential. There are other platforms also. There are a number of platforms where the child can explore, what the child can explore or take up. Sometimes even we have seen the child develops a new habit of bullying. They develop it. So all this menace created by them is only to attract the attention. And the most important thing, that there must be no judgmental and no punishment attitude when they share their problems. We should not be judgmental. We should not be that we are punishing them or scolding them and telling them. Sometimes the parents, they even use physical assault. Sometimes the teachers, they become patienceless. But you believe me that if you are coming up with this kind of methods, then that will be really very harmful, not only for the institution, for the parents, for the teachers, but most importantly for the nation. Very important word, empathy. We must understand their teenage child perspectives. We should not force our own viewpoints. we must have to learn the habit of empathy. We must go to their age. We must go to their side. See that what they are facing, what they are feeling, and accordingly only we will be able to deal with them. Unless and until we go to their at their thinking, we will never be able to deal with the teenage child, because there is a generation and communication gap. The opinion do not match sometimes. Parents, most of the parents are having the habit of forcing their viewpoint and considering it to be correct for the time because their experience in life, but they need to learn the habit of empathy. The parents, they think that, yeah, I'm experienced, I understand what is good and bad for my child, I understand better. But here I will say that the parents have to learn the habit of empathy. They must take out time to communicate peacefully rather than forcing their own decisions. Acknowledgement is the first step towards understanding their mindset for their new way of tackling life. The parents must communicate. Better communication is a better solution to any kind of issues. The more we will communicate, the more we will find out ways and means to solve the issues. Parents should understand their likes and dislikes towards their dressings, hairstyle, communication pattern. Parents must be non-judgmental, as I've already said, at this phase, because parents are always having more concern about the society rather of their own child, because they go on thinking, लोग क्या कहेंगे, अरे लोगों का क्या है, लोग will not take care of your child, they are your loved ones, you are their parents, you have given birth, and out of so much of maybe um, you know so much of pain, and out of so much of prayers, you have got the lovely child in your lap. So why you are more concerned about log, why you are not more concerned about your own child, why you don't think that my child is my child and my child is important, other people are not important, what people are saying, let them say, but I have to take care of my child. Because we see that particularly Indian parents, I'm talking more about the Indian parents interact with their teenage according to the perspective of the society. This is very common. The next door person, the relatives, etc., the relationship between parents and their child should be direct without interference of the belief of the people of the world. The girl that she was asking me, that my parents, because they're in their family, each and everyone is a doctor, so they want that their child should be a doctor. Now this kind of enforcement, what will happen, you have to keep the generation norms, you have to keep the family norm. In our family everyone is a doctor, and why you are thinking about other careers, you must think that otherwise what will happen, you cannot change our family norm. Like, these are the words even from the educated parents. They have taken education, but they don't know what is the right way of parenting. They might be very highly educated, but they don't know what is the right way of parenting, because they are busy in their own profession, they are less attentive to their child. That is the reason we teachers know their children more than the parents. Sometimes it happens. So you teachers, you stakeholders, you need to take care of them, you need to call the parents, and you need to do all the needful that is required for the mental stability of the child. This is the new generation, Gen Z. So we must understand the Gen Z code. We have to even think about them, as I said, there are a lot of emotional, physical, hormonal changes, intellectual changes. At this age, we need to, it is very, very, sensitive stage of life. There are lot of people to distract them. There are lot of things that may take them towards the wrong track. There are lot of uh, people, those who will instigate them. So the most important thing, the parents, as I'm talking from the very beginning, keep lot of patience, keep lot of patience, communicate with the child, sit with the child, talk peacefully, teach them the pros and cons. We have to teach that what is right and what is wrong. Decision will be taken by the child. But if you will enforce, like we know that when we see any of the elderly person, we wish, we say them namaskar or good morning or anything. That is, once we see you, we wish you. Now, if we will enforce that you have to do this, you have to say namaskar, you will find that after 2-3 days, the child will become adamant and he'll not respond. Now, how do we deal? Let the child not say namaskar to us. Once we see the child, we will say namaskar. Now, 2 days, first day, second day, third day, you go on telling namaskar or wish the child good morning or good afternoon. You will find that the fifth day, you don't have to say anything. The child himself or herself will respond to you. So we have to only tell them these are the pros and cons. If you will go to this track, you will be reaching success, and there is no alternative of hard work, and there is no shortcut of success. We have to teach them. The parents should know how to, tell them the importance of career by citing examples that these are the various kinds of career options. What potentiality you are having, you can move ahead and go ahead with the career. If you are going to put strict rules, then you will find the child will revolt. You have to understand their emotional turmoil. The parents must understand it rather than putting the strict rules. Some good practices of life skill is very important among the young teenagers, because if that good practices they start from their very early childhood, that will continue with them when they reach their teens. And once it becomes a habit and practice, brushing teeth 2 times in the morning as well as at the bedtime, if that child is having the habit of brushing teeth 2 times from the very early time of his life, maybe the child was 1 year or 1.5 years old, from that stage of life, if that habit is cultivated inside the child, you will find that when the child will go to his old age also, that habit he will not be able to forget, or he'll not be able to stop. So this, some proper hygiene, cleanliness, and effective social skills, and some basic things, and that how to eat, how to cross the road, and how to stay safe, and how to manage their time, and how to cope with the emotions. So if we start doing it from the very early age, it will be very easy when the child reaches to the teen. So many of the problems that the teenage parents are facing, they will not face. So the concern should start from the very early stage of life. Trust, very important. We have to provide an environment of trust and honesty, because they feel that no one is caring for them and they don't trust us. And what happened? That the child becomes he starts hiding. Because if he is not open to you, and if the child is not open to the parent, then the child will start hiding his activities. If you will constantly cross check the child, then you will find that the child is easily hiding. I remember that when the age of mobile phones started, many of the parents have not given mobile phone to their child. Now some of the parents have given mobile phone. Now what the children were doing, that it is my personal experience, I have experienced it among our school students. What we have seen is that at their home we got to know, it's not that inside school we are allowing mobile, it's not that, but we got to know from the children that the child who is having mobile phone, now another child who is not having mobile phone, what they have done is that they have purchased a sim. The child has purchased a sim only. And when the child used to go to tuitions, so what he used to do is that he used to hire that mobile phone for 1 hour from his friend, put his own sim inside it and used that mobile phone. Now imagine that the parent is thinking, the parent is confident that I am not giving mobile phone to my child, and my child I'm very strict about it. But curiosity, the every child, this is the age of curiosity. If you will not provide, they will try to find out ways and means from where they can know about it. So it is better that the parent should, it's not that they will purchase a mobile phone for the child. The parent can give their own mobile phone, and under their guidance, they can allow the child to use the laptop or any other electronic gadgets, but under the observation and guidance of the parent, so that the curiosity that was there inside the child, he doesn't have to fulfill his curiosity outside the home. That should be inside. So that is why free and open parents who can have a friendly discussion and talk is very, very important. So the parent should create an environment of healthy communication and ambience where the teenage child naturally come to discuss with the parents. Okay, so because we see that most of the Indian parents, if the child ask anything about any of the issues about affairs or about anything related to sexuality, the parents doesn't want to talk or open discussion about these topics. It is in almost in every house. So now what the child will do, that curiosity is already there inside it. So rather than that, why we cannot say that this is very natural, this is very natural. So we have to explain to the child that good and bad future, what is good and what is bad, how can they have a successful future. So any kind of family meetings or discussion, the teenagers should be involved. Some of the unhealthy habits that we have to counsel them, make them understand, and tell them that this is an unhealthy habit and this may lead to this kind of problems when the child will grow up. Common issues we find these days because of the availability. Things are very much available in the society, in the market. The teenagers are having an insatiable appetite. All of you will agree with me. About the knowledge, they want to know everything, they want to experience everything. Now, what is required here? That is, their parent is enable guidance. Otherwise, they will be, exploring all this with their peers. They will take a pride of sharing their experience with the peer. Explaining and discussing things is better than strict prohibition. That is why the parents must discuss about all these kinds of issues, all this kind of quest the child is having inside his or her mind. There should be a smooth discussion that this is alcohol, these are the tobaccos, what is drug, what are this dating affair. Because when the child will grow, so this is very natural that they have an attraction towards the opposite sex. It is not unnatural, it's very unnatural. Not having is an unnatural, having is natural. Now, what is the right age and what way they should control their emotions or deal with their own emotions? Here the parents need to guide them properly rather than ignoring the topics. That sometimes we know that those were the days when we used to watch Hindi movie along with their parents, and if there is any romantic scenes, simple romantic scenes during that time, uh, then also we have seen that our parents they were they start discussing about other topics. Why? Because they don't want that their child should look at this kind of scenes very minutely. So that were the days, but these are the some other days. These days, today's teenagers, we cannot compare. Today's teenagers are totally different. As I said from the very beginning, they are having lot of exposures. So we have to think that rather than strictly prohibiting, let us explain, let us discuss, let us talk more, and let us tell them that what is good and what is bad. Self-worth, body image, this is also very important problems that they are facing these days. So we have to teach them to practice affirmation of their self-worth. Indian parents are, it is very common, they are very much worried about the complexion, height, texture. If the girl child is having a dark complexion, mother will take all measures to make her daughter fair. This is also very common in many of the houses, about the texture, hair texture, weight, and all these things. The parents are very much concerned, but some of the things are not in the control of the teenagers. So if we will constantly be worried about them, then they will start developing an inferiority complex. And that inferiority complex will lead that they are suppressing many of their potentiality, and they put down all their dreams, and they start thinking that I cannot do it and I'm good for nothing. I was doing a session in CBSE, one of the CBSE very wonderful module is there, school mental health and wellness. So one very beautiful video is there where the child, because of her complexion, the girl never used to come up on stage to perform anything because she always used to think that I am not looking beautiful, and for that reason she became less confident. But the potentiality and quality is nothing to do with the looks of any one of us. Any one of us, the looks that we are having, that is the gift of God, and we all must be very confident, and we have to teach our child also our that this we that the looks which has been given to us by God is the best one. So parent must realize teenagers to go through a peer pressure every work every day, and they look around at the artificial beauty and standard of social media. This is also there, and they start finding out ways and means, filtered photo and all these things, so that they can they try to look better. But as I said, that looks are nothing to do with the potentiality. Gender identity, this is also one of the issues these days the parents the children are facing. We have to give space to the teenagers to explore themselves and what is their own preferences. It is always better to protect your sensitive teenage children from the evils of the society, because you are the parent. Society is not the parent. The child is yours. The child is not for the society. You have to take care of the child. So we have to, the parents must let the warmth of their heart to be felt by the teenage children. We have even seen parents, those who are unable to show their emotions. They might be having a lot of emotions and warmth inside the heart, but they are unable to show it because they think that if they will show too much of love and affection, the child will go to the wrong track. No, here the parent are wrong. We have to make the parent understand. There are many instances we have seen. We are dealing with a case study. Yesterday only I had a discussion with our teachers. We are having a case study of a child. The child is has given exam in class 9. Now he is dealing with the emotional issues with the parents after having the second child in their house. So there is a gap of 6 years. There is a 6 and more years with the next one. When the next child came to the family, the parents became more busy and they start considering, and this is very common among the Indian parents, that when the day next child comes, the first one grows up. Instantly the child grows up. For every purpose, what we start saying, that tum abhi bade ho gaye. So you start behaving like a, but bade ho gaye ho kab? The child has not even crossed the teenage. So, but bade ho gaye ho means अभी छोटी बहन आ गई है, भाई आ गया है, तुम बड़े हो गए. तो वो, that is the stage that the parents have to deal very sensitively. Teach them about the digital safety. This is also that is what is going on these days. There should be a stop to the excessive use of social media platform. After the COVID, parents, the children are more exposed to the social platform. They are having laptops. They're having mobile phones, so they're getting more exposure. But sometimes the parents are ignorant. That type of parent also we have seen. They give laptop and tab to the child in the name of doing online classes, and that is a new culture which has started. Even the schools have stopped online classes, but there are number of private organizations, those who are having number of online platforms where they take online classes. So teenagers must be taught about the positive, creative, and safe environment of the digital platform. So there must be a balanced screen time. Even these days, in the mobile phone, there is a app. We can download an app through which we can regulate and monitor that what is the screen time the child has taken, and in that screen time, which app the child has seen most of the time. Because sometime in the time of online classes, what you are doing, I'm doing online classes, but the child is in some other platform. So the sensible parents can monitor it. That should be done. Adapt the parenting which fits your teenage child. Every child is different. All child are different. And being a parent where a teenager confines its insecurity, every child is different. What worked for other parents might not work for another. The same way in manner current parents were brought up was a completely different era, and the same parenting module cannot be applied now because it is obsolete in lot of senses. That parenting will not work in the present day children. The style of teaching also we have changed, because when we were student, we used to go to empty mind inside the classroom. And what was there? Whatever our teacher used to teach us, that was easily stored inside. Now, who is in front of us? We are getting number of children, those whose mind is full, preoccupied. They are having lot of things already stored inside. Now, what we need to do is that clear the previous and then start putting our own. So the parents also have to think in that way. The child is not empty. There are a lot of people, those who are giving their inputs. So every child is different. Every child is having different potentialities. Some are introvert children, some are more emotional. So you have to deal. Even if you are having two kids, you will find that both of them are different. So you have to adopt a different teaching methodology, different way of parenting as per the requirement of your own child. Be consistent. This is very important. Parents lack the ability.
And
We
you
all
are
have
short
to
of
agree to
time.
it that parents have to lack the ability. There are days they are too close to the children and trust every word uttered by them. And then some other day, they turn into detectives to find proof of something so that they can trust the word of their teenagers. So sometimes the parents become either very strict or sometimes too lenient. So there is no balance, and it is very common among the parents in our country. We have to be consistent. If we are saying anything, we ourselves should practice it. If we want to put some good habit among our children, then we also must develop that good practice. Teenagers, as sometime, what happened by seeing the behavior of their own parents towards them, they get confused that what should I do. They think that sometimes they think that they're not having anything enough, that is nothing is enough to impress their own parent. You've seen in the first video, the child was very happy. She was waiting for her mother to show the good result, and she prepared little bit of snacks also for her mother, that when a mother will come, mother will be very happy. But the mother was also, she was over busy. She was having her own problems. But we cannot show all this type of problems to our children, then we will be putting lot of negative inputs to them. Now what the parents must do, you have to be an ideal role model. As I said, that you must practice in your own habits and character what good inputs you want to put inside your child. Don't level your child with anybody else. This is very important. That my child is very lazy, oh my child is very this, oh my child is, whatever, good or bad, for anything, both the way is not good for leveling the child. You should not level. The child will go on changing in every phase of life. Understand their emotional issues with lot of patience. Practice self care. Parents must take care of themselves also. That is also very important, because if the parent is not emotionally, physically and mentally healthy, he will never able to parent a teenager child. Set goals and plans for the future, and that goals and plans should be as per the potentiality of your child, as per the requirement of your child, and as per the emotional development of your child. All these five things, I think that we all parents must practice. Sometimes we teachers want to put some good practices among the children. We tell them this is good, this is bad, but sometimes we ourselves don't follow it. If we are not following, then how we are expecting the child will follow? So at the end, I will conclude the session with another small video.
ये है हमारे मोहन बाबू, जो कई दिनों के बाद शहर में मेहनत मशक्कत करके घर वापस लौट गए। और ये है उनके जिगर के टुकड़े। क्या कर रहा है? मुझे दे दो ना। ये बनाएगा जिनकी एक हंसी के लिए ये कुछ भी कर सकते हैं।
Idiot. Back on bar. Push. Stop. Get up.
मोहन बाबू चौंक गए, जरा आंखें खोलिए, सब कुछ यही रुक जाए। हर बच्चा अपनी अनोखी पहचान और क्षमता के साथ जन्म लेता है। हुनर और शौक इंसान के लिंग के मोहताज नहीं। सही परवरिश वो है जिसमें बच्चों को, चाहे वो लड़का हो या लड़की, एक खुला आसमान, फर्क लड़के लड़की का नहीं, फर्क है सोच का। आइए सोच बदल।
Any question that you want to ask? Any teachers who want to put any question to ma'am? So, ma'am, thank you very much. It was a wonderful
Sir,
and
thank you so much, sir.
very good session. We have thoroughly enjoyed the session. There are so many things where the person has to think. So, I mean, you have forced us to think, which is the greatest achievement of any speaker. So, wonderfully, you have executed well. So, thank you very much. God bless you. And thank you all the participants who are with us in this holy. Actually, my some friends have told me that you are executing this particular program on the holy day. It is holy, and holy is holy day. And how the teachers will come? So I told them that teachers will come on holiday, definitely. So my assessment was correct. So thank you very much for joining us on this holy day. Happy Holi to all of you, and God bless. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank
And
you
now,
so much.
Shanti Part.
ॐ द्यौ शान्ति अन्तरिक्षं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवा शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वगं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्ति ॐ
Please put your attendance in the attendance form, and after the 5 minutes of leaving this program, that will be inactivated. So please hurry up and fill up your attendance. Thank you very much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all the participants. Very good.